Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. Big thing opened up in the portal today. We're gonna go and have a look at what champions are on offer, because if you guys know Prism Crystals, these are basically the most pay to win part of the game in terms of summons. Okay, I'll explain that in a bit. If you haven't seen my previous video, check it out. Stage 20 of Cintranos Hard, finally beaten it. It took me about 6 hours of tries. Check out the video. I talk a lot more about into it and what the difficulties were and my my thoughts on it. And I was this close about quitting Cintranos and saying F this, and I'm not gonna do it this month, but I'm so close now. I got 3 stages left. Probably gonna stream it later on today, my attempts on how to beat it, so keep an eye on the channel. So let's have a look at the summon pool event. So these Prism Crystals, guys, you can only buy them, which is why I think it's so pay to win. Have a look at the champions on offer. So if you need 40 of these to summon, 7.5% for the legendary, but I think the real prize is not the legendaries here. Honestly, guys, if you have a look at the epics, we see Geomancer there in the pool. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 champions on offer, with many of them being very solid champions. Padma, very strong, although an OG, and now has been basically been overshadowed by even better epics. Okay, so Sylar, fantastic epic, but the real prize is here. Geomancer, being as a prize, works in basically every part of the game. Hydra, Clown Boss, Iron Twins, not so much Sand Devil because of his Terminator control, and not so much Phantom Shogun. Everywhere else, you can definitely use Geomancer. Very strong. Even multiple copies of him should be leveled up. I have 3 of them, and there was a time I was using all 3. Okay, everyone else is very situational. This guy is needed for Razin and can be used because he's got a complete Terminator depletion. Duke the Pierce, very nice, defense down plus decreased attack. And we also have Anax, who is a very strong clan boss damage dealer. Look at this attack: weaken plus heal, and then double hit plus decreased accuracy plus poison debuff. All right, so pretty strong skill set on Anax. And then everyone else is situational. Okay, so you're trying to see, okay, is this worth the $5 per summon? In my opinion, it's not worth it. But I am on the low spender range at this point in my raid career. Okay, if you are a spender and you have, let's say, a budget, you might want to think about this in terms of spending. But I'm not trying to recommend spending. I'm just saying you gotta compare it depending on your budget, and always think, okay, will I ever get any offers on the Prism Crystals? Unfortunately, no. From what I know, there was never an offer for Prism Crystals for less than $5. You might see like something pop up here, but if you make just the ratio, if you divide the number of Prism Crystals for the amount of money that you need, it is the same as the ones that are offered here. I've never seen it before on lower that, and it's 24, actually it's 24.5. So this is actually $10 per summon. So $10 for possibly, I mean, Canones. I think it's kind of a bad exchange. It's in the range of Prism of Primal Shards. All right, Primal Shards are about $6 to $7 on average, and then you have the really good offers that are $5 for the Primal Shards. So you gotta think, okay, should I go for this kind of Prism Crystal thing, or should I go for Primal Shards, which gives me the opportunity to get a mythical, which mythicals are strong. Interesting for sure. Interesting. I don't see the value in it. The legendaries, let's go ahead and have a look at the legendaries. Gwendolyn was already offered through that deck of fate cards where you gotta turn the cards. A very strong legendary in terms of skinwalkers, and the extra turns that she takes. She's got AoEs. The extra turns is through this skill specifically. So I believe there's a real good use case for Gwendolyn, but it really depends where you are and what you already have available. Just have a look at your champions. You might have the key already to what you're struggling with, so more summons might not be needed. Then we have Mory again, pretty strong in terms of the heal reduction debuff. I think this comes into play now with the rotation change on Cintranos that is coming in a two or 3 days. I believe the rotation will be Undead Hordes for Amuse, and the hue reduction being unremovable will be key to beating Amuse easily. All right, I think that's why they're offering her in this specific summon pool. Of course, I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure. I have a look at the rotations. If I have a look at the rotations, I really think it's Undead Hordes, the next rotation. Let me just check while you guys are watching the video. So right now it seems we had the Dark Elves, Skinwalkers, Lizardmen, okay, and then on normal it was also Barbarians and Silver Watchers, I believe. And yes, there it is. Undead Hordes is offered on the next rotation, plus Sacred Order, Ogryn Tribe, Skinwalkers, High Elves. So the dwarves that are offered here, like Herndick, is just an extra, but he's a very strong champion. Don't get me wrong. I would be happy with a pull on Herndick if I didn't have him already. Lady Kimmy, very, very strong legendary. Also, not specifically for Cintranos, but for everything else. Knock the Paralyzer, if I'm being honest, I've never really used him. I do think I have him. Ally Protection plus Continuous Heal plus Poisons plus Sleep. Makes a good fun combo. And then finally we got the Feral, the Barkhorn, one of the newest ones for Sylvan Watchers. Decrease speed, AoE, decrease accuracy and block buffs, which is very nice. Can also ignore resistance. And then place increased resistance on all allies plus Perfect Veil on all allies except this champion. This can work for the Hydra, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. Does this kit make sense for Hydra? If an ally is under 4 or more buffs, increase their damage by 20%. Depend. 4 or more buffs. That sounds like a lot, because this guy applies 2, and then you're gonna need another buffer for sure. But if you got something like a Duchess, that's an easy mode for the 4 or more buffs. Feral seems strong. I haven't used him personally, but 20% boost on your damage, I mean, I'll take it any day. And if you have something like a Blood Shield accessory, it counts as 1 buff, right? But you get it after your attack. So if you're a multi-hitter, maybe that can help in terms of boosting your damage. Overall, I like the summoning, the idea of this. What I don't like is the accessibility of this. Of course, can't always say that they're trying to get their money. They don't force you to summon. I understand that. What I would love is at least the possibility to get like 1 or 2 summons per week of these summon pool events. These go for 5 days, right? So if we would get events that are accessible and we would get a total of 2 summons, that would be fantastic, I think, for free to play. But in general, we get about 1 to 1.5 summons on a good chance. Like me right now, I have 30 of these. I never bought these and I never use them other than the fact that they would be used if I don't summon. So if there comes an event tomorrow or the day after that and it gives me 10 of these, I'll have to summon because I'll lose out. Well, I don't have a choice basically. The summon will happen either I want it or not. So 40 of these. I saved 30 from last time, so I guess maybe they put it in that sense. They put them together, but this totally makes sense. I think players might be going for Mory gain. This is maybe the prize, the real prize here for helping you with the next rotation of Cintranos. You might want to have a think about that. Everything else, guys, is situational. $10 per summon. Think about it twice before you go about summoning. There's no pity in these. So you're summoning blind basically until you get a legendary. 8% chance is not a lot. Just remember, sacred shards have a 6% chance. And there was a time I needed 27 in a row to get a legendary. And I hit pity, which then increases my chances. There's no pity on these. So imagine if you hit 27 in a row for a legendary and you get something that you didn't want from the legendary pool here. 27 in a row would be $270. Dollars or euro. Just have a think of that. Always take a step back, guys. I'm not trying to persuade anybody, but I'm just saying, if you're playing this game for 5 years, as long as I have, and you made your mistakes in terms of spending, which I have made, I'm not trying to get on my high horse, or whatever it's the expression, right? Get on your high horse when you're trying to make yourself look like you're better than others. I'm not. I'm just saying I learned from my mistakes, so I'm trying to help out if I can. Anyway, guys, have a good Monday. Thank you all for watching and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one, guys. See ya.